Make in India has not failed at all. On the contrary, it has given a great momentum for manufacturing in India. India's manufacturing sector has faced significant challenges due to externalities rather than due to anything to do with India. We have taken short-term and long-term measures. Honorable Prime Minister Modi has prioritized national interest in economic policy making. He has spoken about it even yesterday in a podcast, which is being received all over the world, for extensive and comprehensive viewpoint on how this government deals with very many issues: India's own domestic growth, India's cultural rootedness, India's foreign policy. He has given extensively his thoughts on all these subjects. So has he prioritized national interest in economic policy making also. In order to curb dumping of goods into this country, sir, several measures have been taken up. Anti-dumping duties have been imposed. Strengthening of our trade defense mechanism have been taken up. I want to highlight how Atmanirbhar Bharat and related policies have brought in defense sector today to become an exporter, net exporter. They are able to earn more than 30,000 crores. And as a result, you see what Make in India has achieved for defense production in this country. And I see enthusiastic, I'm sorry to say, Congress members taking vicarious pleasure in saying, oh, Make in India is dead, RIP Make in India. Make in India made defense to become net exporter and earn 30,000 crores. Don't be too quick. And above all, Congress has had absolutely a hypocritical approach to Make in India. They had remained in power from 2004 till 2011 when they came up with the national manufacturing policy. 2014, of course, they went away. It took them 7 long years just to make a policy rather than implement it. Now, that national manufacturing policy was there, which said 25% we'll achieve in manufacturing contribution to GDP. They said that. But before even moving that paper, people send them out. So when Prime Minister Modi in 2014 brings Make in India, the kind of statements which have been made by Congress members, one eminent member at that time said, the objective of Make in India plan to attract investment and technology and promotion of exports cannot be part of a partisan narrative. Do you want manufacturing to grow in this country or not? And having brought out this national manufacturing policy, they also said, being, I don't know, hypocritical or confused, they said when Make in India was announced, Make in India is just a revamped version of national manufacturing policy. And you claim that Make in India isn't working. You claim that Make in India isn't working. Doesn't that mean that national manufacturing policy itself was flawed? Are you suggesting that? It is your policy. But it remained a policy, it didn't find an action ground. And when we make it an actionable policy, we bring in Make in India, we want to bring in several steps towards improving it. They have this problem of either not knowing whether they should accept it, not knowing whether they should reject it, because it also has their own national manufacturing policy into it. They claim 25% of contribution, manufacturing will reach 25% to the GDP level. No, they didn't move an inch. Whereas Make in India today is showing how, for example, in the defense industry, we are able to export. And also, I would want to highlight, sir, the national manufacturing policy guided them to set up national investment and manufacturing zones in several parts of the country. They're called NIMS in the short. NIMS also remained where they were. They were in far-flung areas, no railway station next to it, no port. They were on patronage basis. And not until when Prime Minister Modi brings PM Gati Shakti, when all this gets integrated into that, when a scheme of things are understood as to does it have a port next to it, does it have a railway station next to it, is a coal mining area or a raw material supply area next to it, bring all that together and do something to improve logistics there. It is only after that PM Gati Shakti, has NIMS found the light of the day. Otherwise, they were desolate and isolated places all over the country with no semblance of any making in India. Of course, manufacturing was just a policy for them. There was no more implementation on it.